Today I'm gonna show you how to make a cassava cake. So for the ingredients, we have here 1 kilogram of freshly grated cassava. So I used a regular cheese grater here. So just make sure you have to grate it finely. Then we have half a cup of evaporated milk, half a cup of pure coconut milk, 2 large eggs, 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1 cup water, and 2 cups of sugar, and lastly half a teaspoon of salt. Now for the procedures, here in my mixing bowl, I have my 1 kilogram of freshly grated cassava. Then onto this bowl, we just have to mix all of our ingredients. So I'm gonna go first with the powdered sugar, then the water, evaporated milk, coconut milk, the melted butter, two eggs, then half a teaspoon of salt. Now just mix everything together until well combined. So this is how easy to prepare our cassava cake. Now my oven is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. Then we will bake it later for about an hour. Now I have here a 9 by 12 rectangular baking pan. So I just lined it with aluminum foil for ease of taking out our cake once it is baked. So I'm gonna put in our mixture of the cake, about 5 cups into this pan. So I'm gonna use my measuring cup for this. So I will measure around 5 cups. Make sure it is well spread all through the 4 corners of the pan. 3rd cup, 4th cup, and 5th cup. So just spread it evenly all over your pan. So later on, the aluminum foil that we have placed will make it easier for us to remove the cake from the pan and prevent it from sticking onto the pan. Especially if you only have limited numbers of baking pan, then you have a lot of batches of cake to bake. So you don't need to clean every time you take out your cake. So now it is ready to be placed in the oven for 1 hour at 180 degrees Celsius. Now for the topping of our cassava cake with a sweet and creamy coconut flavor, we have here 1 can of condensed milk, or around 390 grams, 4 large eggs, and a cup of pure coconut milk. In a mixing bowl, just combine all of our ingredients. We have here the pure cup of coconut milk, then the 4 large eggs. Just make sure your egg is well incorporated. Then lastly, we have the contents of our condensed milk. Make sure you place all of the contents. Now after that, you just have to mix it very well until all of the ingredients are incorporated. Now this is how our cake look like after baking for about an hour in the oven. So if you would notice, there is a slight browning on top, like a golden brown in color. So that's good already. Now for the topping, we just have to scoop up the topping that we made. around a cup of the topping, the coconut, egg, and condensed milk mixture, and place it directly on top of our cassava cake. Now just make sure you spread it evenly and all the top area of our cake is covered. Now I think I'm gonna add more, about half a cup of the topping that we made to cover up the whole top area of the cake. Now I'm just going to spread it evenly. And make sure everything is covered. Now, we'll just place this back in the oven for about 20 more minutes. Then you will know if it is already good when you see some browning on top. This is how it looks like after baking. So this has now cooled down already. Now you can garnish it on top with cheese, grated cheese with Macapuno, or with coconut if you want, but I prefer cheese because this is somehow salty, so it can balance the sweetness of the cassava cake. So I'll just spread, grate some cheese on top, just enough to balance the sweetness. But other, they prefer to add some Macapuno, to add more sweetness and a flavor of coconut. Now, I think that's a generous amount already. So, just to show you when you cut the cake, so this smells so good. You can really smell the flavor of coconut. So, this is how it looks like. It's really soft and slightly sticky, but I'm sure this really tastes so good. Now, this is also good to be served with coffee or tea or hot chocolate. So this is how it looks like. So it's very soft, very kind of sticky, but I'm sure this really tastes so good. So I hope you give this a try, and thank you for watching.